Fred, Susan, and Rude Dog are sitting in their living room. This is boring. I'm getting out of here. So he takes a Crayola crayon and draws a door on the living room wall. That's so not going to work, Fred. Then Fred pushes on the door and it doesn't work. Susan jumps up and says, "Told you so, ha ha ha. This is not working because you don't believe." Got any food? Susan, will you just leave for a second? So they both close their eyes and they both push on the door. And it starts to slide open. OMG, it worked! Fred and Susan walk through the door and they see a city in a valley with mountains on either side and a path going into the city. And there's a sign on the path that reads, "Beware large boogers." What? So they start walking down the path and down a big hill, and they look behind them and they see that Rude Dog has followed them. Just then, a big booger boulder comes rolling down the path and they scream to Rude Dog, "Get out of the way!" But the booger rolls right on top of him and it rolls right on top of them too. And they roll all the rest of the way through the hill inside the booger until it hits a tree and falls apart and releases them. They walk up to the city gates and there's a strange looking boy standing there, so they ask the boy, "What's your name?" And he says,
"I'm Emo."
So they say, "What's your last name?" And he says,
"I play guitar."
So they say, "Huh?" And the emo kid says,
"I'm not in a band though."
"Well, why don't you play us a song?" And the emo kid picks up his guitar and starts crying. So Susan and Fred ask him why he's crying. And he says,
"I broke all my strings, and if you guys can get me some more strings, I'll play for you."
And Fred says, "Ooh." They walk into the city and they see Old Man Rivers.
"Hello, young folks.
"Hi, Old Man Rivers."
Have you young people been to visit the Snail Weasel?"
"No."
"Alrighty then, you kids behave."
So Fred and Susan walk a little further and walk past an alleyway and look in. And they see Chewbacca digging through trash cans. And he looks up at them and he goes, "Wait." And then they see a palace with a big sign out front that says, "Home of the Snail Weasel." So they knock on the door and Snail Weasel answers and invites them in.
"Come on in. I've been waiting for some guests. Here, have a nice, comfortable seat on a beanbag."
So they sit on some beanbag chairs. Then Snail Weasel says,
"I'll play my harp."
but some strings break off while he's playing. So Fred offers to clean them up and he puts them in his pocket because he remembers the emo kid. Then Fred says, "Oh, I left something home in the oven. I have to go." So then they run back to the city gates and the emo kid is sitting there and they give him the strings and he says,
That took forever. Seriously, you guys, that was like 1,000,000 hours.
and he strings up his guitar and this is the song he played.
Into getting some strings for me. What a couple chumboids these kids are. Thank you.
Suddenly Rude Dog wakes up. "Oh, it was just a dream. I'm bored."